I really took time and I really thought to myself, I want to be there for my big sister, my little sisters, my little brothers. I want to be there for my mom, my dad, and I was like, I need to change, like, now.
Wow.
And
wow, that's the hardest.
Brandy's daughter speaks out, the hidden pain behind the perfect image. Have you ever heard the phrase, "What's done in the dark eventually comes to light"? Well, that's exactly what just happened. Brandy's daughter, Cyri Smith, is finally sharing her truth, and it's making people take a long, hard look at the Norwood family. For years, Brandy and her mother, Sonia Norwood, worked hard to protect Brandy's public image. They built her brand as the sweet, wholesome girl next door of R&B. From her time on Moesha to her career as a Disney princess with an angelic voice, Brandy was known for being the good girl of the music industry. So, when the news came out that she was pregnant at the height of her fame, fans were shocked and many were disappointed. After all, Brandy had always preached values like waiting until marriage and doing things the right way.
crazy because I get so nervous when anybody kind of talks about her and then talks about me too. And you know, like you see like reactions or articles or anything like that, it's like, oh my god, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? Because you know, when people have kids and like their kids don't do it as big as they or their parents, or they don't sound as good, or they don't act as good, or they don't whatever, it's like the constant pressure of people having an automatic expectation on you, like she has to sound like her. Right. Like there's no way that she can't sound like her, like genetically she has to sound like her. And it's like, but I'm me.
Instead of being honest, the family made up a story. They told the world that Brandy had secretly married her daughter's father, just to make everything look respectable. But that story wasn't just a lie, it was the beginning of a pattern where appearances mattered more than the truth. And right in the middle of it all was her daughter, Cyri. From the moment Cyri was born, she was surrounded by pressure. To the public, she was Brandy's miracle baby. But in private, she was often pushed to the side, rarely mentioned, and made to feel like she didn't quite belong. She was raised in a world where everything had to look perfect. And when you don't fit that image, it's easy to feel like you're the problem. As Cyri got older, she began to speak up about what really went on behind the scenes.
It wasn't easy to look at myself, and then I grow up in an era where a lot of young women compare themselves to other girls on social media, and I'm a little victim of that. I get very jealous, I guess is the word. I get very insecure when I look at other women.
She opened up about struggling with her weight and how those challenges were tied to her family environment. While her mom was attending red carpet events in designer outfits, Cyri said she was told to stay offline until she looked more presentable. She wasn't being protected, she was being shaped into something she wasn't, made to feel like a flaw in an otherwise picture-perfect family. She also talked about the pressure of growing up in a house where being beautiful and slim seemed like the bare minimum. She said she used food to cope, especially during high school, when she felt the pressure of comparisons and expectations. And the hardest part? She never really felt like she could talk to anyone about it. While Brandy promoted wellness and veganism in the public eye, Cyri was silently battling unhealthy habits and even ended up in the hospital because of them. Many people have pointed fingers at Sonia Norwood, Brandy's mom and Cyri's grandmother. Sonia was Brandy's manager for years, controlling everything from her music to her public image. People close to the family believe she was the one who came up with the fake marriage story in the first place. So if she was willing to lie to protect Brandy's image, what else might she have done to maintain control, especially over the next generation?
I feel pressure to kind of quickly do it, or, you know, try and maneuver how I would, you know, let me not eat this for a week, or let me like kind of change up everything just to kind of form a little Instagram body, but that's not normal.
Some fans believe Sonia tried to mold Cyri into the same perfect image. From the clothes she wore to the way she looked, it seemed like nothing about her was good enough unless it fit the family's carefully crafted brand. While Brandy was seen as an icon of beauty and health, her daughter was struggling in silence, and it seemed like no one stepped in to help. Cyri eventually shared that one of her lowest moments came when she fainted during an event. She said she had been feeling awful, treating people poorly because she wasn't well, and then everything caught up with her. She collapsed and had to be rushed to the hospital. That was her wake-up call. Doctors told her she needed to take her health seriously, and from that moment, she knew things had to change. What's surprising to many is how little public support she received from her own family during that time. Brandy didn't speak out. There were no heartfelt messages, no family appearances, just silence. It made people wonder, was Brandy trying to help behind the scenes, or was she still trapped by the same pressures that once controlled her?
Such a trick question.
I know I just put that out there on you on camera, which is unprofessional, but
For some odd reason, people don't understand they can like and love us both.
Some fans believe Brandy did try in her own way. There are rumors that Brandy even gained weight at one point on purpose, maybe as a way to make her daughter feel less alone. Others think Brandy was still dealing with her own trauma and didn't know how to help. One fan commented, "It's heartbreaking how family pain keeps repeating if no one talks about it." Maybe Brandy just didn't know how to be there for her daughter because she never got the support she needed either. And then there's the transformation. Today, Cyri looks confident and happy. Her social media is filled with music, fashion, and self-love. She's glowing. But some people are skeptical. They're wondering if her new look came only from lifestyle changes or if surgery played a role. To be clear, there's nothing wrong with someone choosing surgery for their body, but in a family known for hiding the truth, people are suspicious. Some even think the decision may not have been fully her own, that maybe Brandy or Sonia pushed for it, not in a cruel way, but as a way to fix things. Again, the family hasn't spoken on it. Just like with the fake marriage and the pregnancy cover-up, there's been no confirmation, no denial, just quiet. And in that silence, speculation grows. What stands out most is that Cyri isn't trying to play along anymore. She's not hiding behind a perfect image. She's speaking up. She's owning her past, her struggles, and her growth. In interviews, she's admitted that she used to feel nervous when people brought up her mom, not because she didn't love her, but because she didn't feel like she measured up. "Why am I not that size?" she once asked. That wasn't about vanity, it was about identity. She just wanted to feel like she belonged. And now, for the first time, she's stepping into her own light. She's choosing to heal, to share, and to live her truth whether or not it fits the Norwood family narrative. She's not afraid to show her flaws, because she knows her story matters. So now the question is, was Brandy just doing what she thought was best? Was she repeating what her mother taught her? Or was she too scared to break the cycle? Either way, Cyri is doing what generations before her didn't. She's speaking up. And in doing that, she might be the one to finally break the pattern. So now, here we are watching Cyri Smith finally step into her truth. For years, she was hidden in the background of a family that was constantly in the spotlight. A family obsessed with perfection. A family that knew how to present the ideal image to the world, even if it meant silencing the voices within it. And for the longest time, Cyri was one of those voices, quieted, overlooked, and expected to fit into a mold that just didn't match who she really was. But here's the thing, when someone has been silenced for so long, their truth doesn't just come out quietly. It comes out with power. It comes out with pain, and healing, and purpose. That's exactly what we're seeing now. Cyri isn't just speaking up for herself, she's speaking up for every young person who's ever felt like they didn't belong. For every child who grew up in the shadow of a parent's expectations. For every daughter who wondered why she didn't look like her mother and why that even seemed to matter. What Cyri is doing takes courage. Real courage. She's standing up not only to a legacy, but to generational patterns that were never questioned before. She's saying, enough. Enough of the silence. Enough of pretending everything's fine. Enough of smiling for the camera when you're hurting inside. And you can see the growth in her. Her confidence. Her light. Her joy. She's reclaiming her identity, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. She's not just the daughter of Brandy. She's her own person now, an artist, a storyteller, a woman who survived what could have broken her, and came out stronger. Now, of course, people will continue to speculate. That's what the public does. Was there surgery? Did someone pressure her to change her body? Did Brandy know, or not know, or even play a part in all of this? The truth is, we may never have all the answers. Because this story is more than rumors or receipts. It's about healing. It's about facing the uncomfortable parts of our past and choosing to write a new story for the future. And maybe Brandy didn't know how to help her daughter because she was still healing from her own wounds. Maybe Sonia Norwood thought she was protecting the family, but in doing so, hurt them instead. Maybe the pressure to maintain perfection left no room for vulnerability. But what matters now is that Sarai is choosing a different path. She's not following the script anymore. She's writing her own. And that's powerful. As a community, we need to ask ourselves, how many people are walking around with quiet pain just like hers? How often do we put pressure on others, especially women, to meet impossible standards, without even realizing it? And what would it look like if we gave each other space to be real, to struggle, and to grow without judgment? Sarai's story isn't just about fame or family drama. It's about breaking cycles. It's about the power of being seen. It's about the importance of self-love, even when the people closest to you don't know how to show it. So whether you relate to Sarai, to Brandy, or even to Sonia, one thing's clear: the truth always finds a way to rise. And if you're still watching, thank you for staying with me through this. This conversation matters. If Sarai's story touched you, inspired you, or made you think, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more real talk. Let's keep having these conversations, because healing doesn't happen in silence, it happens when we finally speak up. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.